tutorial. So today I'm going to start a tutorial of Python, and so first we're going to be talking about data structures. Let me get a comment here. Okay, so first we have character, right? So character is when you have, well, let's say A, B, C, D, these kind of stuff. These are characters, one of the data structures. Or you're going to have numbers. Let me just write it here. Characters, and you have A, B, C, D, stuff like this. But you normally need to have quotations, right? But to distinguish between this and string, we're normally going to use single characters. How about, let's say we have string. So we also have a string. So string is, let's say, hello world, right? This is a string. So as a string, you have to have quotation marks, and this can be, even though, any combination of characters and numbers, which integer and float, we have like both of them, or doubles. So next, we also have doubles. So we're going to talk about integer first. So integer is obviously, right, 1, 2, 3, 100, 1000. These are all integers. And we also have float. So float is like 1.5, 2.0 is also a float, right? So float is, you have like anything that was a decimal point, and 2, any integer in fact can be a float by just adding a 0 behind it. And we also have obviously Boolean, which is true and false, right? True and false. These are the two Booleans. So now let's talk about some of the basic functions. So you're going to print something, you're going to do print hello world. Okay. Yeah, then you have hello world, right? So this kind of output is actually pretty simple. Like rather than Java, which Java you have to do like system.out.print, right? You have to do like stuff like this. And this one is kind of way harder, right? So Python's like having a lot of privilege and also making it more convenient. So this is like the basic printing statement. Let's make a section, right? So hello world. So now we're going to be, so now what's next? Alright, so now we're going to be talking about some loops. I think, is it too fast for loops? I don't know. So for loops, so loop is like, so let's make like a really simple example. Let's say if I want to print all the numbers from 1 to 10 inclusive. Well, a really brute force way would be, say this. Okay, print 1, print 2. Well, as you can see here, you don't really need quotation marks for integers. Wait, by the way, okay. So now we're going to be talking about variables. Actually, loops is too fast. So variables is, well, XYZ, right? The standard types. But the normal thing that we use is I, J, or K, or something like this. Okay, so different from Java or C++, the way to, or even JavaScript, right? The way to assign variable to a value is simply just variable name is equal to the variable value, right? So for example, I want to make it to be cat is equal to 1. So this is how you assign this is how you assign 1 to cat. So if you print cat, then you should be getting 1, right? So, but if you add a quotation mark, then guess what will be printing out? It will be only cat, the string cat. So string, so if you add a quotation to a string, there's only going to be printing out the string, right? But if you assign to a value, then you don't add a quotation mark, then it will print the value that is getting assigned. So, okay. So now let's make something more interesting. So let's say we have dog is equal to cat. Okay, print dog. Then what will be dog? Then what will we get? We'll get 1, right? Why is that? Because we have cat here, and then will a dog be equal to cat, then dog actually inherits this value. So basically, this is a really powerful tool, right? Even though in this case, you can just say dog is equal to 1, but sometimes you're going to have like some more complicated ones. For example, let's say this. So we let x be equal to 1 and y be equal to x plus 2. Let's say y is equal to x squared plus 1 or something like this, then print x. Or like when you encounter like some more, right, when you encounter like some more difficult problems, then you'll be having like this. So you're going to assign a random variables. Okay. So this is pretty clear. Then now we're going to be talking about operations. Right? So operations. By the way, I think I'm kind of explaining really fast. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Okay. So for addition, well, addition is just simply add, right? So if you want to say x equal to 5, y is equal to 6, then print x plus y. Then you're going to get 11. So this is just how you do it. And subtraction is the same. Right, so this is the same. And multiplication, well, it's just this one, right? So this one's actually a pretty common used ones, right? And then for division, we have divide. However, for this one, notice that if I want to print something like 6/4, then it's going to be a float. Or let's say if you divide 6 by 6, then you get 1.0. So basically, if you have this division, then it's going to return a float, like rather than integers. So however, if I add another dash, then it's going to be an integer. So let's say we want to divide 4/3, then it's going to have 1, 2, 3, yeah. So this basically means that we want to have a rounded division round down. So it's a rounded down. So it's actually like a floor value. Then it's going to be like this one. So let's say we do this, we should be getting 1. Yeah. But we have like 2, then you're going to get obviously an integer answer. Yeah, okay. So we also have an exponent, which is this one. So let's say if I have, so like in Java, you have to write something like math.pow, right? In Java, you have to do math.pow, a, b, you get a to the b's power. But here, you only have to do this to the star symbol, then you're going to get exponent. However, more functions can be found executed by importing the math module. So let's say if I have import math, right, then print math.square root of 16, I think. They get 4.0. But this one, notice that it's going to give a double answer, which is a float, right? So if you want to concatenate, which this you'll be learning later. Okay, but then you're going to get an integer result. Yeah, so now I'm just going to briefly cover this one. So let's say if I have something like let string let x be equal to 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so just a random string. Then I want to print int of x. Then this will just be int x plus 53, let's say. Then you're going to add this one by 53. You're going to get this answer. So it's a really powerful tool. Or you can say, right, print string of x. Then you're going to get the string, right? Okay. So in the next tutorial, we're going to be talking about loops. So for loops, if loops, and while loops, which will be pretty powerful once you get a hand of it, since it's going to be really essential for you to iterating through stuff. So for example, let's say we have a problem, print out all the integers from 1 to 10. So this is like a problem that will kind of be important in the next video. I encourage you guys to try this one by brute force or try to figure out like how to do it with loops. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.